Before we start, if anyone else wants to sit, those side chairs, you're more than welcome to sit in those if you would like to. Good evening, everyone. We're going to call the meeting to order, and we'll start with the land acknowledgement statement. We acknowledge that the ground on which we live is the traditional territory of Caldwell First Nation, of the Three Fires Confederacy, and the original people of Point Pelee and Pelee Island, and its surrounding lands and waters, and that of the Huron-Wendat and Wyandot peoples. We recognize and respect the First Nations who are stewards of the land and waters of Turtle Island, and who have embraced this stewardship since time immemorial. We would also like to acknowledge the contributions of other nearby First Nation communities and all original people across Turtle Island. If we can get an adoption of the agenda, but before we do, if we can move item 2 to our first item of the day, we're okay with that? Moved in support. So, there we go. And any disclosures of pecuniary interest? No, there being none. And if we can get an adoption of the minutes of LaSalle Police Service Board Committee and public meetings held April 14th, 2025, adopted as presented. Moved by Anita, support by Morris, all in favor? And that carries as well. So we're actually going to start with item 2, and I'll turn it over to you, Chief.
Senior Constable Terry Segan to the front, please. The Police Exemplary Service Medal, created on August 12, 1983, recognizes police officers who have served in an exemplary manner characterized by good conduct, industry, and efficiency. The medal is suspended from a blue ribbon of 5 equal stripes, 2 gold and 3 blue, and displays the scales of justice superimposed on a maple leaf circumscribed with the words exemplary service, and on the reverse side is the royal cipher. Recipients must have completed 20 years of full-time service with 1 or more recognized Canadian police services. When a police officer reaches 30 years of service, a bar is added to that medal. Today, on behalf of the Governor General of Canada, Senior Constable Terry Segan will be presented with the Police Exemplary Service Bar in recognition of his 30 years of exemplary police service. Congratulations, Terry. I'll have you back up in just a moment.
Move into item 1. So we're going to go back in the agenda, which is LaSalle Police Service retirements.
Terry? On May 31st, 2025, Senior Constable Terry Segan officially retired from the LaSalle Police Service. Deputy Chief is going to read you a little bit about Terry.
Good evening, Terry. Sorry, if you notice, the Chief's a little bit taller than me. After more than 30 years of dedicated service to the LaSalle Police Service, Senior Constable Terry Segan is retiring from a career marked by integrity, compassion, and a deep commitment to his community. He began policing his policing career on August 15, 1994, and served proudly as a patrol officer throughout his entire tenure. Known for his leadership, dependability, and initiative, he was the founding member of the LaSalle Police Bicycle Unit, Scenes of Crime Officer Unit, and the LaSalle Police Honor Guard. Since 2002, Senior Constable Segan served as the service's lead collision reconstructionist and later took on the role of unit coordinator for the collision reconstruction unit, the Marine unit, and the Honor Guard. In 2019, he was appointed to the Community Liaison Media Relations Officer, a role which he truly thrived. Just want to stop there and say that was the moment Terry hit his stride, and I can honestly say I was so proud of everything he did in that role. It was great working with him. We didn't just have fun, we worked hard, but he really took that role and picked it up and raised the bar. Thank you for that. So I'm sort of going to reread what is around the bio here a little bit. His work in this position strengthened the relationship between the police and the community, enhanced public messaging, and supported key initiatives through effective communication and collaboration with community partners. His dedication to fostering community relationships and supporting frontline officers became a defining aspect of this latest position and one he found most rewarding. Since 2019, he also served as supervisor of the town LaSalle Crossing Guards, advocating for the needs and ensuring they had the tools of their jobs to do their jobs safely and effectively. Beyond his professional accomplishments, Senior Constable Segan is known among his colleagues for his compassion, cheerful disposition, and trademark sense of humor. Whether cracking a joke or whistling a tune while walking through the hallways, he brought lightness and positivity to even the toughest days. Outside of work, he is a devoted husband and father. He's been married to Elise Segan for 28 years and together since 1993. They've raised 2 children, Kayla and Christopher, who remain his deepest source of pride. As he enters retirement, Senior Constable Segan leaves behind not only a legacy of service and professionalism, but also the memory of a kind-hearted colleague who always made the workplace a little bit brighter, which you did. Congratulations, buddy. Chief?
So every retiree is going to receive the same set of gifts. So we'll start with a retiree hat. We also have a model of the LaSalle Police Cruiser, your retirement badge, rocker panels for a #1 dress if you choose to wear them, a retired warrant card, and then I'm not going to touch that because I'll put fingerprints on it, but it says, in recognition of your exemplary service and commitment to the town of LaSalle, Terry Segan, Senior Constable, 1994 to 2025. Congratulations. I'll give you, if you want someone to come up here and help you with the loot.
I'll give it to Ida.
And you get to say a few words if you'd like.
Oh, thank you. I'll just go over here. It's okay. Excuse me. It's weird, you're gonna talk. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine the media guy wants to say a few words. I'll keep it short. Yeah, in the words of Al Gibson, so there I was. So good evening, everyone. Mayor Meloche, Town of LaSalle Police Services Board, Chief Pierce, Deputy Chief Woods, family, friends, colleagues. First and foremost, I want to thank the Town of LaSalle for taking a chance 31 years ago on a 20-year-old kid from right here in LaSalle. I don't know if I would have done it, but I appreciate it. At the time, I was working as a cook at Chris and Draga's restaurant, holding tight to a childhood dream of one day becoming a police officer. To not only realize that dream, but to do it in the very community where I was born and raised, has made this journey all the more meaningful. Tonight I stand in good company. It's a true honor to retire alongside of the finest officers to ever wear the uniform. Al Gibson, one of the most relentless and talented detectives I've had the privilege of working with, and someone I've known since high school. Those 2 kids from LaSalle ended up in the same place, imagine that. Bonnie Racine, whose sharp eye and high standards as a recruiter have shaped the future of this service, filling our ranks with dedicated, highly educated, and quality officers. Our future is bright. And Kim Rathbone, whose unwavering focus on community engagement and positivity has left an incredible and lasting mark on our town. At the time when I wrote this, I didn't know all these other officers were getting promoted. So again, if I left you out of this, congratulations to all of you as well. Each of us have brought something different to the table, different strengths, different roles, But together we are a family. We work side by side, thread by thread, and to weave a tapestry that was both beautiful and strong. Something that was felt deeply within our community, and something that was mentioned today by Mr. Kersner. I congratulate each of you on your retirement. We did it. To my colleagues, the officers, the dispatchers, and the support staff, thank you for your years of friendship, professionalism, and guidance. You made the hard days lighter, the long days shorter, and you made sure that I got home safely to my family after every shift. Please know that I carry a deep gratitude for each and every one of you. To my parents and my brothers, thank you for your constant encouragement and support. I know I was a handful growing up, and truthfully, I don't think anyone ever expected me to end up in a uniform, but here I am. And I'm grateful every day that I made it. To my wife, Elisa, who's my rock, and my children, Kayla and Chris, thank you for always believing in me. Thank you for your sacrifices and the missed birthdays and holidays when duty called, and for carrying the quiet burden of worry. Your love and support made it possible for me to do this work. To my friends, thank you for always being there when I needed you. To my lifelong friend, Dave LaPointe, your steady presence and your listening ear and your encouragement through every chapter meant the world to me. This profession is not without its challenges, externally and internally. But if I can leave you with anything, it's this. Be kind, try to smile, be gracious, and don't forget to forgive, and hug often. Anybody who knows me, I'm a hugger. But I may be retiring, but I'm not disappearing. I'll always be here if you need me. I am and always be at your service. Thank you.
Also on May 31st, 2025, Sergeant Al Gibson officially retired from the LaSalle Police Service. Come on up, Al.
I'm going to read this very slow because Al loves being in front of people like this. So he's asked me to take my time, not to drag this out and say a lot of stuff, not to make him feel uncomfortable. Gibby, instead of stopping partway through, I'm going to let you know. Going to miss working with you though, bud. This is tough because I have 4 people retiring who are friends who I've had a blast working with. Not taking anything away from the promotions, but you know, when you know you have 4 friends leaving that you became used to seeing every day, working with, sharing ridiculous stories of what the meaning of take 'em actually means and stuff. So, gonna miss these guys and give you congratulations. Al Gibson is married to Diane Lulick, who's also recently retired Windsor police officer. I think they planned it after 27 years. He's a proud father of Brooke, 23 years old, and Andrew, 20 years old. Al was born and raised in the city of Windsor. He was mentored at a young age by Windsor police officer Scotty William Laughlin, a family friend, Julia Klimzak, a grade school basketball coach, Julian Klimzak, a grade school basketball coach, and Rob Jones, a high school basketball coach. Al began his policing career at Colchester South Police Service on January 2nd, 1996, and transitioned to the Essex Police Service on January 1st, 1999 through amalgamation, and worked as a patrol officer and also detective constable with the Essex Police Service. Al began policing with the LaSalle Police Service on May 31st, 2002, and at the same time, he and his wife built a home in the town of LaSalle. Here are some of the notables for Al's career. He was a VIP officer, worked in the Criminal Investigations Division from 2006 to 2009 as a detective constable, worked as a drug resource officer in the Criminal Investigations Division in 2018. He was promoted to patrol sergeant in 2019, worked as detective sergeant from 2022 to 2025. He was the Criminal Intelligence Service Ontario designated officer for 8 years, has worked in numerous joint force operation projects with outside law enforcement agencies, led a partnership with Windsor Essex Community Health Center and other community partners in 2017 to create the first Not My Kid community forum to educate parents on opiate abuse. The educational community forum was subsequently used by many of the others in the communities. He has written numerous provincial grants to improve the LaSalle Police Service, including a 2018 grant for a partnership with 2 community agencies to use proactive methods to combat opioid addiction in the community. Some of Al's volunteer work include LaSalle Minor Hockey Association coach for 10 years, LaSalle Titans Turtle Club baseball coach for 8 seasons, Windsor Wildcats Hockey Association coach for 5 seasons. If you're noticing, Al likes to coach. Windsor AAA hockey coach for 3 seasons and a current and assistant coach on the U16 team. Tecumseh Thunder senior men's AAA baseball team assistant coach for the past 3 seasons. Al is looking forward to retirement with Diane and his family. Congratulations, bud.
In recognition of your exemplary service and commitment to the town of LaSalle, Albert Gibson, Sergeant, 2002 to 2025.
Thank you, Deputy Chief. Thought I was sweating. Okay, I thought I'd go first, but Terry, unfortunately, I gotta follow you. Smartest man I've ever met, and funniest man I've ever met, who's become a very eloquent public speaker, obviously, through his media relations work. All right. So I've written a few words down here. Yes, Dave DeRoche, I am using my cheaters, I'm old now. Typically, I'm long-winded, but I'll try and be short here for you guys, because I know we've got to go through a lot here. Thank you to Mayor Meloche, members of Town Council, members of the LaSalle Police Services Board, Chief Pierce, Deputy Chief Woods, Ida LaRock for all the work you do, and all the members of LaSalle Police Service in attendance here today. Congratulations to my fellow retirees, Bonnie Racine, Kim Rathbone, and Terry Segan, along with your families. Also, a big congratulations to all that are being recognized here with promotions here today. Nick Goy, Dave DeRoche, Oliver Jabril, Justin Perry, and Arena Peasant, along with your families. Congratulations. They say time flies when you're having fun, and wow, did my policing career ever go by real fast. Didn't fly by as a result of long night shifts or dealing with the grief and sorrow that oftentimes we deal with in our profession. It flew by as a result of having fun, working with the great people that I've had the pleasure to work with in my LaSalle police career on a daily basis. Great people working together to ensure community safety in the town of LaSalle. When I think of one word to describe the LaSalle Police Service, that one word is family. You don't always have to agree with your family members, and you're closer with some family members than you are others. But ultimately, you all care for each other, and you're there for one another when needed. On to the family that means everything to me. Policing has given me so much in my life that I appreciate and value. However, I can honestly say the best thing that ever happened to me through policing was meeting my best friend and my forever true love, Diana Lulick, when we met through the hiring process 30 years ago. Thank you, Diana. On a side note, it took me almost 30 years to find the second best thing that happened to me in my policing career, and that's retirement, where every day feels like a Saturday to me right now. In all seriousness, Diane and I were blessed to have 2 incredible children, Brooke and Andrew, who were born and raised in LaSalle and who we are extremely proud of. Andrew is here today. As many of you know, he's the kid with the better mustache than I could ever grow. And unfortunately, my daughter Brooke couldn't be here today. She just graduated from university in Wisconsin. She's accepted a teaching job there, and she's applied for a working visa. And while she's waiting for that working visa, she's got to remain in the U.S. So unfortunately, she can't be here, and she wished that she could be here today with us. Diane is also just retired from the Windsor Police Service, and we're both looking forward to traveling and spending a lot of relaxing family time together. In conclusion, as I can see with all these young, beautiful faces out here, with the LaSalle Police Service, the future of the LaSalle Police Service looks incredibly bright under the leadership of Chief Pierce and Deputy Chief Woods. I would encourage all of you to continue to be a strong family who are there for one another and keeping the town of LaSalle Police safe. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
On June 14th, yes, 2 days ago, Senior Constable Kim Rathbone officially retired from the LaSalle Police Service.
Kim, you'll be missed. I met Kim when she was with Windsor Police. We were both community liaison officers. And it's just one of those people you met right away, and we sort of intersected at different times, but always smiling, always laughing, always had fun. It was great when you joined LaSalle Police Service, and some people just become friends quickly, and Kim's just one of those people, and I'm jealous that you are retired, but congratulations. Kim is a married mother of 2 children and has been a LaSalle resident for the past 20 years. Her policing career started about 25 years ago with the Windsor Police Service, where she gained 15 years of policing experience. She yearned for a more personal style of policing and found this with the Amherstburg Police Service. She proudly served the community of Amherstburg for 4 years. Kim then eagerly accepted a position with the LaSalle Police Service in January of 2019. She enjoyed her time with LaSalle Police Service and wishes to extend her gratitude to citizens of LaSalle for their daily kind gestures and support. The relationship she has cultivated both within and outside the police service will be cherished for many years to come. Thanks, Kim.
Actually, I have it. Well, I didn't prepare anything as much as so far Al and Terry, but I'll give it a shot here. So I'll be really, really quick. I know there's a lot of people here. I just want to thank the town of LaSalle. I want to thank the LaSalle Police Services Board and the citizens of LaSalle. But most of all, I do want to thank the support staff, dispatch, and my brothers and sisters in blue. Even though half of you, I'm more like your mother. There's so many faces here that I do want to recognize and say thank you personally, but I'm just going to stick with the ones that are being recognized today. Terry. Your stories and anecdotes put a smile on my face every single day. Your kind smile and huge calves warmed my heart. Thank you, Terry. And Al, I really wish I knew you before I came to LaSalle, because I had no idea that your heart is bigger than your physical being. You were one of the most welcoming people when I walked through those doors, and I thank you. Bonnie in the back. Our daily chats about life and work and everything in between truly opened my eyes to a different way of looking at things. Your advice and your truth always came from a place of love, and you've been a rock, and I'm eternally grateful for you. To the future of LaSalle, Nick
Oliver, I gotta count because there's 5 of you. Nick, Oliver, Justin, Arena, David. I not only want to congratulate you on your new positions, I do want to quote one of my favorite sergeants. Now get out there and be 1% better every day. Thank you, Nick. That's an ode to Nick. He would tell us that every day. So your new roles are going to come with challenges and victories and failures. But I have no doubt that every single one of you is going to accept it with grace and a growth mindset. Your new roles also give you the opportunity to lead and to motivate people. Take that opportunity and run with it. And for every single one of you that's receiving a promotion, I know every single one of you personally, and I think that this isn't your finish line. You're just beginning. So it's with the utmost gratitude that I will be hanging my boots, closing a chapter in my book, but I will never stop caring about my brothers and sisters in blue. Thank you.
So on June 30th, in a couple of weeks, Senior Constable Bonnie Racine will officially retire from the LaSalle Police Service. We allowed Bonnie to participate in this event because our next board meeting is not until September, and we thought it would be appropriate to recognize Bonnie with her coworkers. So Bonnie, could you come up, please?
So, I don't know if this ever happened to you, but Bonnie's one of those people where we've always been friends, no matter what, always been friends. And then, because of this. But what's interesting is once she was not in the building, because she started her vacation, started to realize how much you sometimes rely on people like having someone around. I didn't realize I liked Bonnie until she was gone, but what I'm saying is, you get blessed in life sometimes with realizing you have maybe some of the better friends are in your life than you maybe realize and take for granted. Bonnie definitely snuck up on me as one of those better friends, and always being on Team Telka and yelling at me for things. So here's Bonnie's bio. Bonnie Racine started her career in law enforcement as security guard at Ford Motor Company, Casino Windsor, Windsor Police Auxiliary Constable. In 1995, Bonnie was hired by the LaSalle Police Service as a communicator. And while working full-time with the town, she also worked part-time with Windsor Police as a special constable. In 2001, Bonnie became a LaSalle Police Constable with LaSalle Police Service. Through her career, she taught Values, Influence, and Peers program at Holy Cross for 15 years. Bonnie was the coordinator of the ATV unit, peer support team coordinator, Marine unit member, harassment advisor, honor guard member, crisis negotiator, sexual assault offenses against children investigator. Bonnie was part of the Constable Selection System and Community Outreach and Support Team, COAST member. Bonnie and husband Todd Racine have 2 children, Maxwell 20 and Ryan 18. Both Bonnie and her husband have been active in the community in coaching sports. Bonnie is looking forward to home projects, golfing, kayaking, and traveling in retirement. Congratulations, Bonnie.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. It's with great pride that I stand here today, and I would like to thank the community that I've been fortunate to serve. Thank you to the mayor, council, board members for your support of the police service. Thank you to the chief and deputy chief for your guidance over the years, or year. Thank you to my family for your patience, understanding, and tolerance when I missed events or events were canceled. Now I have no other excuse. Work is not in the way, so I guess I have to be at family events. Thank you to my colleagues, who I also call friends. I'm fortunate to have found so many friends within the office. Thank you for your empathy, your compassion, your bravery, your tenacity. In your work, continue to take care of one another. I will be part of the peer support team still in retirement, and congratulations to Terry, to Al, to Kim that are retiring today. I look forward to breakfasts, coffees here and there. I'm always available, and welcome that. And thank you to all that are being promoted today, to Oliver, Nick, Justin, David, and I'm missing one. Arena, I'm sorry. And Arena, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice.
So I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage because I've only known these folks for about 10 months. I joined LaSalle Police Service 10 months ago, and it's been my absolute privilege to work with all of you. When I came here, I didn't know what to expect, and just the amount of people here supporting the four of you tells me everything I need to know, even though I already knew it after getting to know all four of you for the last 10 months. So congratulations on your retirement. Please drop by the station whenever you like, because we want to see more of you.
Thank you, Chief. Just so everyone is aware, following the next item on the agenda, we will pause for about a 5-10 minute break to do photos with family, so don't rush out. We do want to get a lot of photos. We will move into item 3, our LaSalle Police Service promotions. Chief?
Before I call you up one at a time, I'd like to share some words. Congratulations on your promotions today. Being promoted is not just a recognition of your hard work and dedication. It's a call to a higher standard of leadership, responsibility, and service. Please acknowledge that from this moment forward, you are formal leaders. But rank alone doesn't create trust and respect. You must earn that. Leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about listening, being present, and serving our members. It means stepping into conflict with fairness, holding each other accountable, and mentoring others in your care. In our profession, it also sometimes means being calm in chaos when others are looking for direction. I challenge you to be intentional about building a positive organizational culture. It doesn't happen by accident. It happens when leaders like you make a choice to treat people with respect, foster teamwork, and to create an environment where our people feel supported and motivated to do their best work. Our mission is to provide community leadership and service excellence. We are stewards of our community. We are stewards of the LaSalle Police Service legacy, and we are stewards of the public trust. You are expected to set an example for others. That means doing the right thing even when no one's watching, and teaching your team to do the same. Lead with courage, with compassion, and never forget why you joined this profession in the first place. Remember how excited you were when you were first hired? Remember that always. Congratulations. I believe in you, and now it's your turn to inspire belief in others. It's my privilege to promote Sergeant Nick Goy to the rank of Staff Sergeant. Nick joins the senior leadership team in managing administrative and operational needs.
Congratulations, Nick. Nick Goy was born and raised in Goderich, Ontario, where he lived with his parents, Ron and Deanna Goy, and his older sister, Cheryl Lynn. He graduated high school in 2001 from Goderich District Collegiate Institute, my apologies for messing up your alma mater, and moved to attend Lambton College in Sarnia. He successfully graduated from Lambton College in 2003 with a Police Foundation's Diploma and Dean's Award for the highest average in the program. In 2003, Nick moved to Windsor to attend the university where he enrolled in criminology program. He was hired by the Canada Border Service Agency in 2004, where he's employed through their student program for 1 year before being hired full-time as a Border Services officer in 2005. He attended CBSA training facility in Rigaud, Quebec in the summer of 2005 and was deployed to the Windsor-Detroit Tunnel Port of Entry. He was hired by the LaSalle Police Service in August 2006 as a 4th-class constable. In 2012, Nick successfully completed his honors degree in criminology with a minor in psychology from the University of Windsor with distinction for the 2nd highest mark in the program. It dropped off a little bit there. Through his career, Nick has worked in Uniform Patrol, Criminal Investigation Division as being a forensic ident officer for over 14 years. Nick was promoted to sergeant in January of 2022 and is pursuing further education in human resource management at York University. Nick currently lives with his wife Talia and 3 daughters, Aria, Claire, and Josie. Congratulations, Nick.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to begin by thanking Mayor Meloche and the members of the Police Services Board for this incredible opportunity. Your confidence in me is truly appreciated. To Chief Pierce and Deputy Chief Woods, thank you as well. I am excited and honored to join the senior leadership team, and I look forward to working together to build upon the strong foundation of this outstanding organization. I want to take a moment to recognize and congratulate our retirees. It was truly a pleasure working alongside each of you. Thank you for your wisdom, mentorship, and experience you've shared with me over the years. I wish you all the very best as you begin this new and well-deserved chapter in your lives. You've earned it. Congratulations as well to the newly promoted sergeants. This is a significant milestone in your careers, and I couldn't be prouder of each of you. I'm looking forward to working together and fostering strong, positive relationships as we take on our new roles within the service. A special thank you to my parents, Ron and Deanna, for making the trip from Goderich to be here today. Your example of hard work, dedication, and perseverance has shaped who I am, and those values continue to guide me every day in this profession. And lastly, but most importantly, to my family, Talia, Aria, Claire, and Josie. Thank you for your love, your patience, and your unwavering support through the long hours, the midnight shifts, the call-outs, and the consultation phone calls at home. This opportunity would not have been possible without you. I love you, and I am forever grateful. Thank you.
We will do this in alphabetical order. It is my privilege to promote Constable David DeRoche to the rank of sergeant.
David, David DeRoche was raised in the town of LaSalle. He is the youngest of 4 children. His parents, Dan and Marilyn DeRoche, always encouraged hard work, service for others, and commitment to family. He attended grade school at Monsieur Augustin Caron. That's the best I can do. I apologize for that. There's not a lot of French here. It was in grade 6 that he was introduced to the Values, Influences, and Peers program run by LaSalle Police Service, and it was at that time David considered a career in policing. In 2011, David graduated from E.J. Lajeunesse High School and pursued further education at the University of Windsor. David worked as an auxiliary police constable for the Windsor Police Service starting in 2012. While studying at the University of Windsor, David was hired as a permanent part-time dispatcher for the LaSalle Police Service and as a part-time volunteer firefighter for the LaSalle Fire Service. Dave graduated from the University of Windsor with an honors Bachelor of Commerce and a minor in French Studies in 2016. David was hired as a police constable shortly after his university graduation in 2016. Since basic recruit training at the Ontario Police College, David has worked as a patrol constable and as a detective constable in the Criminal Investigations Division. Throughout his career, David successfully trained and coached 3 new recruits. David has been trained in many police disciplines, including, but not limited to, criminal investigations, search warrant writing, sexual assault investigations, major case management, surveillance, and intoxicalizer technician. David has had the opportunity to investigate a variety of criminal offenses, including intimate partner complaints, sexual assaults, death investigations, and property-related crimes. David is a proud member of LaSalle Police Service and is grateful for the opportunity to lead the members of the service as a sergeant. He extends a heartfelt thank you to Chief Pierce as well as members of the Police Service Board. David is passionate about member wellness, completing thorough criminal investigations, and improving traffic safety through enforcement. As a sergeant, David will strive to earn the respect of his peers and will lead the police service in its mission to provide community leadership and service excellence. David is married to Marie and a very proud father to Lucas and Lauren. David enjoys spending time traveling, visiting family, reading, and most of all, playing outside with his 2 young children. Congratulations, Dave.
Good evening, everybody. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest gratitude to Chief Pierce, Deputy Chief Woods, the Police Services Board, and the LaSalle Police Senior Leadership Team for this incredible opportunity. Being promoted to the position of Police Sergeant is an honor that humbles me more than I can say. My goal as a sergeant at the LaSalle Police Service is to foster a positive working environment, maintaining high professional standards, and support member wellness. The town of LaSalle is blessed with its local police service, and I am proud to work amongst great men and women at the service. The members are genuinely caring, hardworking, and all strive to be the best for their fellow coworkers and community. For those of you who may not know, police officers are not able to effectively do what they do for the community without an amazing support system at home. I would like to recognize all who help officers in the ways that are often overlooked or not recognized. My wife, Marie, my children, Lucas and Lauren, my parents and in-laws all allow me to come to work each day without any distractions and allow me to work effectively as a positive team member. To the members, I promise to lead with integrity, fairness, and accountability. I will always support anyone who is doing the right thing. I would like to congratulate the recent retirees and the other successful promotional candidates. I'm looking forward to continuing working with the LaSalle Police Service team in my new role. Thank you.
It is my privilege to promote Oliver Jabril from constable to sergeant.
Smile, buddy. Oliver Jabril was born in Baghdad, Iraq, and immigrated to Canada in January 1994. Shortly after arriving in Canada, his family relocated to Windsor, Ontario. Oliver completed his post-secondary education, volunteered at numerous organizations, and held various employment positions in Windsor and Essex County. Oliver's policing career began in August of 2014 with the Halton Regional Police Service. Oliver worked in the town of Oakville and city of Burlington. Oliver worked in various units, which included patrol, district uniform support team, and the risk mitigation team. Oliver wanted to return to the Windsor area to be closer to his family and friends, all while serving the community he grew up in. Oliver transferred to LaSalle Police Service in December of 2021. Since working for LaSalle Police Service, Oliver has been a member of the Community Patrol Division and the Bail Compliance Unit. Oliver has participated in numerous courses throughout his career and has earned designations in relation to those courses. Oliver is the oldest of 3 siblings, and Oliver resides with his honey and their fur baby. Some of Oliver's hobbies include fishing, golfing, reading, and going to the gym. Congratulations, Sergeant Jabril.
Some tough speeches to follow after. I can get this out. There we go. Good evening. First of all, I want to thank Chief Pierce, Deputy Chief Woods, Mayor Meloche, and the entire Police Services Board. Thank you for believing in me and providing me with an opportunity to be a sergeant with the LaSalle Police Service. I want to congratulate all the retirees. I've only been here for 3.5 years, but all 4 of you actually made an impact on my career and helped me a lot. I want to say thank you to my parents. They've made some sacrifices and provided me with a better life, and they provided me with all the opportunities I could have ever asked for. I want to thank my current platoon mates who have helped me a lot this year, and I wanted to thank the entire LaSalle Police family, because since I've been here, I've been treated like gold. I want to thank Mark Williams, Bonnie Racine, and Chief Duncan Davies for hiring me with the LaSalle Police Service. I wanted to thank Nick Goy, as he was my first sergeant with LaSalle Police and made my transition here a lot smoother. Coming back to Windsor, Essex, Windsor, Essex County has been a blessing in more ways than I could have ever imagined. Finally, I wanted to thank my honey, my wife. You're legit my biggest supporter. Your patience, positivity, care, and selflessness does not go unnoticed. I truly enjoy working in the town of LaSalle. Having worked in 2 cities with a population of 200,000 people, I must say small town policing is the industry's best kept secret. The police service is heading in the right direction, and it's growing. I look forward to being part of that growth and developing the next group of leaders. Thank you.
It's my privilege to promote Constable Justin Perry to the rank of sergeant.
So the last 2 that we will be promoting, Justin and Arena, are really helping me feel old, because for both of them, I had the role of, or the privilege of being a coach officer for them. So not taking anything away from what they've accomplished, they're just doing a wonderful job of making me, like I said, feel old. So congratulations to both of you. Justin Perry was born and raised in Windsor, Ontario, on the east side, more known as Riverside. From a young age, he found his passion and purpose on the baseball field and was part of many teams within the Riverside Minor Baseball Association, as well as the Windsor Selects baseball program. Growing up near the Motor City, he developed a lifelong love for the Detroit Tigers. I don't want to talk about it. Justin moved on to the state of Texas, where he attended Texarkana College under an athletic and academic scholarship for 2 years and graduated with an associate's degree. The sport taught him more than just how to play the game. It instilled the values of discipline, perseverance, and teamwork that would assist in shaping chapters of his life. Justin returned home and attended the University of Windsor, where he began to complete his degree in sociology. Justin was able to balance school, growing family responsibilities, and employment while working for Parks and Recreation Department within the City of Windsor. Amongst fulfilling many positions with the City of Windsor, he worked in bylaw enforcement as a bylaw officer, which assisted in his goal of wanting to become a police officer. Justin joined the Windsor Police Auxiliary Service and completed 2 years as an auxiliary officer, providing assistance with special events while also contributing to crime prevention programs. In January 2008, Justin was hired by the LaSalle Police Service as a constable. Over the past 17 years of service, he has fulfilled many positions such as ATV operator, bike patrol, marine operator, qualified breath technician, coach officer, and training instructor. He has held many designations such as detective constable, senior constable, traffic enforcement coordinator, ride program coordinator, and acting sergeant. Throughout his policing career, Justin has been involved in many different aspects of community service, such as coaching within the LaSalle Stompers Club, LaSalle Minor Hockey Association, LaSalle Turtle Club, and LaSalle Titans Baseball Organization. Justin resides within the LaSalle community. He serves with his wife Lori, his son Mateo, and his daughter Julia. Most recently, Justin was acclaimed to the president of the LaSalle Police Association, where he oversees a total of 64 uniformed members and civilian members. His goal and vision as president will be to bring people together and to inspire collective progress amongst the members of the service. Throughout his career, Justin has formed many relationships with those he works shoulder to shoulder with, as well as the citizens of the LaSalle community. He is very grateful for this opportunity and rewarding experiences that being a police officer for the town of LaSalle has afforded him and his family. Congratulations, Justin.
Good evening, everyone. Chair, Mayor Malash, board members, Chief Pierce, Deputy Chief Woods, my peers, and to all of you. It's a great honor to stand here before you today as I accept the promotion to Sergeant, a moment that marks a significant milestone in my career and no doubt in the careers of many of us gathered here today. Becoming a sergeant is more than a new title. It represents time spent growing, failing, learning, serving. Time that's been marked not just by clocking in and out, but by the moments that shaped who we are as officers and as people. Time spent answering calls, helping those in need, making difficult decisions, and standing side by side with our colleagues through both triumphs and trials. This promotion is not mine alone. It is built on the strength and support of many. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Staff Sergeant Nick Goy, Sergeant David DeRoche, Sergeant Oliver Jabrail, and Sergeant Arena Pezin on being promoted today. Congratulations to you and all your family. Your dedication, leadership, and unwavering commitment to duty have brought you to this moment, and I am proud to share this milestone with each of you. May we wear our new roles with humility, wisdom, and courage. To those who are retiring, Al Gibson, Terry Segan, Bonnie Racine, and Kim Rathbone. Thank you. Thank you very much. And congratulations to you and your family members. You've dedicated your time, your heart, your career, and service to this community. You've laid the foundation for those of us coming up behind you, and your legacy will continue in the waves and lessons you've passed on. We salute your service, and we wish you peace, fulfillment, and well-earned rest in this next chapter of your lives. I would like to thank the LaSalle Police Services Board.
whose continued support and vision guide the direction of our service and our community. To Chief Pierce, Deputy Chief Woods, thank you for your leadership, mentorship, commitment to excellence, and your belief in our potential and your dedication to the growth and strength of this organization. To my mentors, those I stand shoulder to shoulder with daily, and the members of this public, thank you for believing in me, challenging me, and guiding me. To my biggest fans, my family. My parents, Greg and Diane, my brother Ryan and his family, my wife Lori, my son Mateo, and my daughter Julia. Your patience, sacrifice, and encouragement are the true backbone of my journey. This promotion is as much yours as it is mine. In closing, as we move forward, let's remember leadership isn't about a badge or a title. It's about lifting others up, holding ourselves accountable, and leading by example. Let us honor the time we've spent, make the most of the time ahead, and never lose sight of the reason we began this journey, to serve with integrity, compassion, and courage. Thank you.
It is my privilege to promote Constable Irina Pezin to the rank of sergeant.
Irina was born in Ukraine and raised in Windsor, Ontario. Irina began her path in public service with a strong academic foundation, graduating with an honors degree in criminology from the University of Windsor. Her early professional experiences included working as a letter carrier for Canada Post and in the security department at Caesars Windsor. This helped develop a strong work ethic, community awareness, and commitment to safety. In August of 2007, Irina proudly joined the LaSalle Police Service. Over the years, she has held a wide range of specialized designations and roles, reflecting both her versatility and dedication. These include serving as the VIP officer teaching Values, Influence, and Peers program at Holy Cross School. Irina is a certified car seat technician, bike, ATV, and marine operator, and a member of the Honor Guard. Irina has also contributed as a violent threat risk assessment team member and served in the LaSalle Police Association for 3 years in various capacities. A passionate advocate for officer well-being, Irina was instrumental in establishing the LaSalle Police Service's Employee Wellness Program and promoting the Ontario Fitness Award PIN program for all employees. She currently serves as a Wellness and Enhancement Coordinator. As a peer support member and a service's first community outreach and support team Coast Officer, she has helped shape the culture of mental health awareness and support among her coworkers. In the investigations unit, Irina served as a detective constable and took on additional responsibilities of domestic violence coordinator and victim liaison, demonstrated commitment to victim advocacy and investigative excellence. Since 2022, Irina has served as an acting patrol sergeant when needed, providing strong and steady leadership in frontline operations. Beyond duty, Irina is actively involved in community and charitable events. She serves as the LaSalle Police Foundation Golf Committee, the Special Olympics Committee, and the Town of LaSalle Employee Wellness Committee. In her free time, whenever she finds that, with all these, Irina enjoys Pilates, yoga, various fitness classes, and spending time with family and friends. During her 18-year policing career, Irina has cultivated a meaningful and lasting relationship with colleagues and the citizens of LaSalle. She remains profoundly grateful for the opportunities and experiences provided to her as police officer with the Town of LaSalle, which has shaped both her professional career and personal growth. Irina would like to sincerely thank the Chief of Police, the Deputy Chief, the Police Services Board for the trust and confidence that they have shown her for the continued opportunity to serve this amazing LaSalle community in a greater capacity. She would like to thank her family and friends who have stood by her and supported her career. Congratulations, Sergeant Pezin.
evening, everyone. I'd like to begin by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to my family, dear friends, coworkers, LaSalle Police Services Board, Chief Pierce, Deputy Chief Woods, and the town of LaSalle. Your trust, support, and confidence in me mean more than words can fully express. I am deeply honored to assume the role of sergeant and approach this responsibility with the utmost respect and commitment. For the past 18 years, I've had the profound privilege of serving in the LaSalle community, and throughout that time, I've grown deeply connected to the people, its values, and shared sense of purpose that drives everything we do. This new chapter allows me to continue that service in a leadership capacity, and I'm committed to carrying out my duties with integrity, compassion, and dedication. I strive every day to support and uplift my fellow officers, to lead by example, and to ensure that the residents of LaSalle continue to receive the highest standard of service and security. I would like to congratulate the other members that have been retired, to Al, Bonnie, Kim, and Terry. Thank you for your service. And I'd also like to congratulate the other members that are being promoted. Policing is not just a profession, it's a calling. And every step of this journey has been shaped by those who believed in me, mentored me, challenged me, and stood beside me. I'm especially grateful to my family for their unwavering encouragement, and to my coworkers who have inspired me through their commitment and courage. Thank you once again for this incredible opportunity. It truly means the world to me, and I promise to serve with respect and responsibility that this role deserves.
Can I get a round of applause for the retirees and the newly promoted, please?
Okay, so on behalf of LaSalle Town Council, our Police Services Board, and our community, I need to thank all of you for your dedication, your integrity, your unwavering service to our community have not gone unnoticed. To our retiring officers, thank you for your years of commitment and sacrifice. We've seen it, we understand, and you've kept LaSalle safe, and we can't thank you enough. We wish you the very best in your retirement, and we do hope we see you around the halls every so often. To our promoted officers, congratulations on your well-deserved achievements. Your leadership and continued service are vital to the strength and future of our police service. And I have to take a moment to thank all the families who've joined us here today, because we realize the sacrifices you have made, and without that, our officers couldn't do what they do every day, so thank all of you. Every officer here today, whether you're retiring or you've been promoted or you're just here supporting your team, you have all went above and beyond in finding ways to integrate yourself in our community. And we honestly can't thank you enough, because of you and because of that, LaSalle is a safer and stronger community. As many of you know, today we had a visit from the Solgen, and he asked me a very pointed and important question. He says to me, does LaSalle Council support LaSalle Police continuing with their own service? And without hesitation, my answer is yes. Yes, we support LaSalle Police. Yes, we support community policing. And yes, we support each and every one of you the way you have supported our community. So with that, I just really want to thank all of you for everything you do every day. We can't say thank you enough. We know there isn't a way to do that, but thank you again, and congratulations to all of you. We are going to take a 5-minute break, and we'd like to start with the retiree pictures first and then continue on in the agenda that way. But we want to make sure everyone gets an opportunity to come up and have pictures with their families. So thank you again. Retirees, come on up. want to do a board picture with retirees and the board picture with the others as well? Okay. I'll move this out of the way.
Go get your own microphone.
Okay, we will resume our meeting. So we have item F1, reports and correspondence for action. It's the LaSalle Police Service 2024 Annual Report.
Thank you, Chair Malash. The annual report for 2024 is before you. I would like to just cover a few highlights. I don't want to spend too much time on it. One of the things you'll notice on page 5 is that we have changed our vision, our mission, and our values, just to update them. On page 8, you will see that the total police and fire calls for service in 2024 was 11,327. About 10,300 or so were strictly police. 7,580 were reactive calls, so calls from citizens. That's up 12% from last year. And then the proactive policing calls were 2,785, which is a reduction of about 5% from last year. Along the bottom, you will see the calls categorized by priority. Priority 1 is an emergency response, and then getting less severe as you move to the right. On page 11, you'll see that we made 137 arrests, 311 charges. These are all criminal related. The release mechanisms were 19 people released unconditionally, 7 were released by appearance notice, 91 released by undertaking, and 20 were held for bail. We've also on page 12 delineated the types of calls for service and charges to give you an idea on the types of calls we're responding to in LaSalle. On page 13, you'll see the number of motor vehicle collisions is down 20%, so we like that number. We'd like to get those further. There's a map below that loosely indicates where those collisions are occurring and the kinds of collisions that they were. On page 14, I'll draw your attention to the middle bar graphs that speak to weather conditions and road conditions. You'll know that the majority of our collisions happen when it's clear outside and the roads are dry, not during inclement weather. And I thought it would be neat to include the top 5 collision intersections. So there's sort of in terms of number of collisions, there's a 4-way tie, but when we talk about the number of people involved, so you'll see there where we respond to our most collisions. On page 16, our CID unit had a bit of a busy year that monopolized their time with respect to one particular investigation, so you'll see some of the other numbers perhaps a little bit lower, but they spent a lot of time on a suspicious death investigation that is still currently underway, so I can't speak much about it. But I'll share with you that we had a few firearm seizures and 6 arrests and 7 charges. On page 17, there's a number of notable investigations, some involving firearms, drug trafficking, break-and-enters. You'll notice the second item on is the multi-jurisdictional grandparent scam, and if you recall, we celebrated an officer for his work on that investigation. We're also in a partnership with Windsor Police for a joint bail compliance, and you'll see that together the team did 255 checks in Windsor and LaSalle. And in LaSalle represents 20 of those. Now, that looks like a small number, but in comparison to population, obviously we're a much smaller community. And so we made 3 arrests in LaSalle, and we're monitoring 3 offenders daily. At the bottom, you'll see that we have 13 sex offenders that live in LaSalle. 12 are men, 1 is a woman. In 2024, 2 moved out of the jurisdiction and 1 entered. On page 20, traffic enforcement, the total charges and cautions increased by 149. We conducted some joint motor vehicle investigations with the Ministry of Transportation that saw a dramatic increase over last year as far as vehicles taken out of service and charges. And with respect to impaired driving, we had 69 more occurrences in 2024 than in 2023. In recruiting, it's interesting that the number of police officer applicants we had was 90, but the number of dispatch applicants we had was 189. So we are getting less police officers trying to enter the profession, and we notice that sort of across Ontario, not just in LaSalle. With respect to use of force, we had 6 occurrences. All 6 occurrences involving destroying animals that were involved in motor vehicle collisions. We had no use of force occurrences involving people in 2024, which is a fantastic thing. We're not having to use force on folks. On page 28, this refers to the number of complaints that we received. You'll see that we've received a total of 7 complaints. 3 of them were screened out before we received them, but the Law Enforcement Complaints Agency advises of them. 1 was unfounded, 1 was unsubstantiated, 1 was resolved by mediation, and 1 is currently, well, it's completed now, but at the time of the end of the year, it was continuing. And chief's complaints are complaints that are initiated by myself or Duncan prior to me. 1 was substantiated, very minor. 1 is continuing for a total of 2, and we had 0 Special Investigations Unit investigations. I will mention that 2024 was the first year of our public order unit. Those officers successfully completed their training, and they have not had to be deployed yet. So we're happy about that. Lastly, I'm not going to go through each item, but how we did in comparison to the previous strategic plan covers the next number of pages. And then on page 38 outlines the cost of policing. We can talk about this now, or if you prefer, when we get to the 2024 financial report. Pending that, I'm open to any questions.
Good. Any questions or comments? None?
Only to say it's a great report, very informative. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have to agree. I think there was a lot of information, but the layout was really what was helpful to be able to follow it along and find some of those important facts that our community mentioned. I especially did like your graph on the weather conditions. Stay off the road Wednesdays is what I think I've read, and the month of May and June. And if it's dry and clear, because we clearly can't drive in nice weather. The other thing I thought was interesting was the top 5 collision intersections, and I appreciate that because that is an important tool for us to use in the municipality, but also at the county when we start talking about our county roads and where we're having issues. And so I think that information is extremely important to catch. The one thing highlighted that maybe there's a reason for it is in 2024 you spoke of impaired driving occurrences, saying there was a change of 69. That's a massive number compared to previous years. Is there a reason? Is it maybe the way we've tracked in the past, or is that truly a picture?
I believe for that stat, that's a true picture. In other stats, as I mentioned to you in a previous board meeting, we're getting better at data capture. So you'll see in 2025 some numbers jump significantly in comparison to 2024, and that will be because of we're getting better at capturing data. That stat, I believe, is accurate. It would represent increased interdiction by our people, but also the number of citizens calling the police about impaired drivers.
Thank you. So if we have no questions, on this item here, if we can get a motion to receive the annual report. Moved and adopted. So moved and support. All in favor? And that carries unanimously. Item 2, our LaSalle Police Services Board 2025-2028 Diversity Plan. Any questions? Comments? There being none. The recommendation is that the memorandum from Chief Pierce dated June 2nd regarding the LaSalle Police Services Board 2025-2028 Diversity Plan be received, and that the LaSalle Police Service Board 2025-2028 Diversity Plan be approved. Moved by Anita and Marie, all in favor? And that carries. Item 3, the Shared Services Agreement Review. Anything to add?
Pending further any questions, I'm happy to speak to it, but if you've read the document and you're comfortable with it, then.
Everyone's good? All right, so we'll move the recommendation. Moved by Marie, all in favor? And that carries as well. Item 4, LaSalle Police Service Property Auction.
Thank you. So in accordance of Section 258 of the Community Safety and Policing Act, I'd like to dispose of property that's in possession of the LaSalle Police Service. Over the next few months, we will inventory property. We've already started that process, but we'll complete it. And we will offer items for sale via an online auction. We will only offer things that comply with the legislation, and I provided an excerpt below. I'm bringing forward now because we don't meet until September, so we'd like to complete this auction in the summer. We have a lot of bicycles, and the best time to sell them is now versus waiting until September, so that's the primary driver of that. But I'm seeking approval to proceed with that.
Councillor Anito.
Thank you. Through you, just how will this be communicated to the community?
We will do it online, perhaps even by radio. We'll use the town's social media channels as well as, I forget the name of it, but LaSalle pushes out news releases every so often, so we'll use that channel as well.
Any other questions or comments? Question regarding the bikes, and this is just something I saw on a Facebook page a couple weeks ago about a community group looking for bikes for individuals who aren't able to purchase them for themselves. Have we ever looked at donating them to any groups who may be in need of them? Or do we have to go through the auction method?
I can't speak to whether or not we've looked at it in the past because I'm still the new guy. I would have to read the legislation a little bit more closely to see if we can do that. But I'm not opposed to doing that as well.
So maybe this time around, I guess we continue with the auction since that's what's being put forward, but maybe we could look at that for next year to see if there's an opportunity for items like kids' bikes or things like that, that maybe there's a group who could use them. Even adult bikes, we have some groups who need them to be able to get to and from work, so maybe an opportunity for us to donate to those individuals as well. So if we could look at that for next year, and we'll just move this motion for this year if everyone's okay with that.
I'm certain that if we don't sell bikes, we'll be able to give those bikes away because we would otherwise destroy them. So sometimes bikes just don't go for a variety of reasons, so I'm sure we can give those away.
Okay, sounds good. So the motion is that the memorandum from Chief Pierce dated May 30th, 2025 regarding LaSalle Police Service property auction be received and that the board approves the proceeds less auction fees to be placed in LaSalle Police Service reserves. Moved by Anita and Marie, all in favor, and that carries. Item 5, LaSalle Police Service 2024 financial report.
Thank you. The LaSalle Police Service had a $458,113 budget deficit in 2024. In 2023, the deficit was $249,570. Upon receipt of that information from the town's financial department, I began an analysis of the budget and the cost incurred in 2024. So some of the major findings are outlined in this document. So I'll take you back to the fall of last year when I was preparing my first budget with the LaSalle Police Service. I noticed that 3 officers had been removed from the budget because they were on maternity leave. And that includes the benefits and pension amounts that the town contributes. So that had 2 impacts. One, it was necessary to add those 3 officers back into the 2025 budget, which represents about 4% of the 11.1% that I asked for, maybe closer to 4.5. And then the second impact was on the 2024 budget itself. Despite none of those 3 officers being funded, we had costs associated to those officers. So each of them approximately has $39,000 that the town contributes for their pension and their benefits, as well as we had 2 officers return early from their maternity leave and started again collecting a salary. So we did not have a funded amount in the amount of $197,480. So I can't speak to that decision. It predates me, but it represents a significant portion of the $500,000 or $458,000 that we're over. Secondly, I noticed that there was underfunded contractual pay. So there's specialty pay, shift premiums, an education allowance, and a sick time payout are all contractually negotiated and part of our collective agreement. And you'll see in the document that combined that we were underfunded in the amount of $69,363. So we'll have to address that in coming budgets. Lastly, the budget line for technology is $107,100, which covers our computer-aided dispatch and records management software. We have additional costs in the amount of $75,000 for technology-related costs, including digital evidence management and a variety of software licenses that were not funded. Some of these things were incurred at the start of 2024. So as we modernize our technology, we're going to see some increase in costs there. Those were not funded for in 2024. So moving forward, I've already begun a deeper analysis. I intend to come to the board in September with a what I'll call a full analysis line by line through the budget. I'm probably 70% of the way done, actually probably more than that. And then we'll have to discuss a strategy forward to increase some of those unfunded lines. Secondly, I'll mention that I'm seeking sort of real-time access to our accounting software just for the police service. I currently don't have that, and I think that would be something that's super useful for us moving forward. Pending any questions?
Any questions or comments? None? Thank you for the very detailed report again and helping us understand why some of the numbers are what they are coming in, and we'll be able to address them in the 2026 budget. The recommendation is that the memorandum from Chief Pierce dated June 3rd, 2025 regarding the LaSalle Police Service 2024 financial report be received, and that the board supports LaSalle Police Service Administration to gain access to the budget software used by the town of LaSalle. Moved and support. All in favor? And that carries. Our consent agenda has 9 items, and if you would like to speak to any of those 9, please let me know and we can pull it out. Otherwise, we will receive them together. There being no questions, comments on any of the reports? Moved to receive all of the 9 consent agenda items and support Maria. All in favor? And that carries unanimously. Any questions or statements by our board members? No? There being none, we have a break from our scheduled meetings for the summer, so we'll resume those in September on the 15th at 4:15 for our in committee 1 and our 5 p.m. for public. And for anybody who loves to golf, join our LaSalle Police Youth Golf Tournament, which is July 18th. We're still accepting registration, and hopefully we can see them at that event this year. And with that, we will adjourn. Have a good night.